The giant statues of Rapa Nui, better known as Easter Island, have fascinated people worldwide for centuries. But here's the bold truth. The mystery of how these massive figures were carved and moved, and what exactly led to the island's deforestation, is finally unfolding. What if the answers aren't shrouded in enigma, but in the clever use of technology, human innovation, and ecological insights? And this is the part most people miss, that the story is as much about people's resourcefulness as it is about their environment. Rapa Nui's nearly 1,000 huge Moai statues have long baffled those who first encountered them on this tiny, isolated Pacific island. For decades, outsiders painted the island as an unsolvable puzzle, with tales of primitive people somehow moving 70-ton stone giants capturing imaginations and sparking endless theories. Tourist guides and books have often leaned into this mystery, emphasizing the dramatic over the demonstrable. But recent archaeological research, including my own work over more than 20 years, uses advanced tools like thousands of drone photographs to create detailed 3D maps of Rapanui, the volcanic quarry where nearly all the Moai were carved. Contrary to earlier ideas that the statue production was centrally controlled by powerful elites using standardized techniques, our high-resolution 3D model reveals at least 30 independent workshops working simultaneously, reflecting decentralized, clan-based efforts with varied carving styles. Traditional maps simply couldn't capture this complexity, as the statues are carved at different angles and layered over centuries. But this 3D approach changes everything. Then there's the question of how the Moai were moved. Forget the old theories about rollers or wooden sledges that lacked testable evidence. Our walking statues hypothesis stands out because it makes clear, verifiable predictions. By carefully measuring statues abandoned along ancient transport roads, we discovered distinctive features, like wider bases and forward leans, that only make sense if these giant figures were walked upright. In 2013, 18 people successfully moved a 4.35-ton concrete replica of these statues by rocking it forward on ropes, mimicking the original transport. Physics confirms that this method, with its inverted pendulum effect, converts side-to-side rocking into forward movement. Lastly, Rapa Nui's environmental story challenges the popular belief of societal collapse from ecological disaster. Although the island was deforested by the late 1600s, evidence shows it wasn't because the people overexploited the land. Rather, invasive Polynesian rats, introduced accidentally by early settlers, devastated tree seed populations, preventing forest regeneration despite human efforts to clear land for farming. This unintended ecological shift, amplified by human land use, was a slow transformation, not a sudden collapse. Remarkably, the islanders adapted by developing rock mulch agriculture to maintain soil fertility and continued building their iconic monuments for centuries after trees disappeared. So the mysteries of Rapa Nui are not just about ancient stones, but about how humans ingeniously worked with their environment and technologies. What does this mean for how we view isolated cultures and environmental challenges today? Could the popular narratives about collapse and mystery be underestimating human adaptability and the complexity of unintended ecological impacts? Feel free to share your thoughts and disagreements. What's your take on the true story of Rapa Nui's statues and forests?